This is part two on this AGI discussion because it's really interesting, and I think we should keep going with it. There's no way we could figure out a way to counter this thing because it's already thought of all the moves we could possibly make to stop it.
Yes, and if we do make a move to stop it, for example, turning off all those servers and all our computers and everything else, we're back in the Stone Age anyway.
So 2 years' time, they reckon, the super intelligent general artificial intelligence will be on us. So why isn't there an understanding from the government that this is a really big issue for humankind? I
Well,
don't get
it's the
it.
same with all governments around the world, is they know there's nothing can be done. America is not going to stop
So
research.
we're marching to doom.
Marching to no way out. And that is probably why the good party, even when with all their thinking caps on, can't come up with any sort of policy that can deal with this. There is no way of dealing with it. Just the same way we couldn't stop the development of the atomic bomb, we can't stop this.
There are a number of whistleblowers from companies like Google DeepMind and OpenAI, who developed ChatGPT, and Anthropic, another big artificial intelligence developer. Whistleblowers who have left these companies, we could get them together with governments and petition the United Nations to at least try to put a pause on this until we can figure out the alignment problem.
Very naive, David. You think the Chinese are going to stop development if the United Nations says, oh, please stop? No way. There is no way that you can stop this thing, just as we couldn't to stop the development of the atomic bomb. Once the technology is available, it will be developed. That's the fate of humanity for the last 300 years.
So we're all headed for the Great Filter.
We are. Let's talk about the Great Filter. There's a group of scientists who got together and ran the numbers on what we know about the universe and the billions upon billions upon billions of Earth-like planets, and why haven't we heard from any intelligent species? They came up with the Great Filter theory, which is every civilization that arises and develops technology, like human beings, create their own destruction. And they do it in very rapid time. If you can imagine, it's not much more than 100 years ago that we were just getting 10 feet off the ground in an aeroplane. Now we're landing on Mars, we're doing that, and we're producing artificial intelligence. Now, when we get to that point, we destroy ourselves.
This is why the universe is silent. Because every technology
wipes itself out within a few very short period of time, and we are headed down that track. We are headed into the Great Filter, and we're not going to get past.
And it's inevitable. It looks like it's inevitable. There is no point at which a civilization gets beyond the Great Filter.
Well, as far as we know, there hasn't been, because we haven't heard from anybody. They're all out there, and they're gone.
Is there a jolly way we can finish this?
No jolly way. I have grandchildren, and the big worry is there's nothing that can be done about it. It doesn't matter whether we have the best policies in the world, it won't stop it, because we've got to stop every country and every large corporation from developing this thing, and there's no way they will, because it is they see it as such a powerful military weapon.
Oh, and also a means of, they see it as a means of solving everything. We can solve the health crisis. We can solve the environment crisis. We can solve every crisis around, except the crisis that AI is going to bring. And along the way, it's going to generate vast amounts of wealth.
That is the insidious part of this. This poisonous pill that's going to kill us is coated in lovely chocolate. The good things it can do for, as you say, medical, technical, scientific, all those problems it can attack at 1,000 times faster than we're going to be able to develop it. So we take that lovely piece of chocolate, pop it in our mouth, and after we've had the sweet stuff, we are poisoned. And that is either a very cold population on Earth that is probably back to agrarian times, or a complete wipeout, depending on what the AI decides.
I would like to go to the good party and at least have a crack. Let's ask the good party if they can at least have a policy about this, because no government does that I can see. I mean, Albanese government talks about it, but of course they've got all the positive things about AI. It's going to be great, and we're going to sort it out. And don't worry, it's all fine. But I just don't buy it. We need to gather those whistleblowers together. We need to gather the concerned countries together, and we need to get them in front of the United Nations to say, stop.
It's a useless exercise. I don't think the good party should waste its time on this because there's nothing can be done by any party, any government, anywhere. They're going to keep competing till they develop this beast. I think we're screwed.
What do you think? Do we just roll over and die?
It's kind of scary, if you ask me. Bring on nuclear weapons, please, nuke us, but don't put this beast amongst us.
Yeah, this alien mind.
And it will be alien.
On that happy note,
Yes. Goodbye and good night from Park Bench Politics.